Okay, Franco, you guys have swapped your front row around again for this, almost the same as the Sunwolves team. We thought behind starting Ox and Aranos again this weekend.
Yeah, obviously, we said we want to build and go forward, and to have two props developing and playing all the time. We're going to run out some other time, so we need to blood Ox. We need to. Aranos actually, just coming back from injury. We expect from him to perform in that role, to be to assist Max and Luan, who's unfortunately injured with his back, and Lani Mini's only coming back from injury this week. He'll have 40 minutes in the warm-up game before us, and BG is coming back from illness, so hopefully we'll have by the end of this week all our props available. And as I said, we're only going into round 5, and there's a lot of rugby still to be played. We can't depend on two props to do it the whole season, so it's really important to blood Ox. I think Ox did really well against the Sunwolves. We might not have been as dominant at scrum time, but the only way to make the next step up is by playing at this level in this competition. And obviously we know that we have our solid regulars coming from the bench.
Okay. And your back row, you've shuffled around there a little bit as well, T starting at 8th man. Has this got something to do with Scott Vardy and Pocock playing this weekend?
Yeah, obviously, I think it's important for us the breakdowns are going to be the key factor on attack and defence. Sometimes everybody sees a feature as somebody that slows the opposition's ball down, but they're also available to create quick ball and generate quick ball first arriver. So there was a bit of thought in that, but apart from that, for me, it's important to keep everybody fresh. Boom is fresh now, coming in. We purposely limited his game time so that he can bring that freshness when it now starts to become a little bit further down the competition. And same with Wegner, that's out of the lock position. It's just a rotation. He's played 80 minutes and really well as well. So it's just important for us to keep a freshness look to our side, and because enthusiasm for us is a key factor with a young side like we are.
And Francois, Joubert Engelbrecht making his debut. He's been at the Union and the franchise for quite some time. Very exciting times for him to get that opportunity with Williams injured.
Yes, I think Joubert has waited for his chance for a while now, and I played with him Curry Cup a few Curry Cups back, and he's a great player. I hope he can just enjoy himself and go express what he brings to the field.
Okay, well, Franco, sorry, I just want to get a comment from you with the Blitz guys that were brought in. Obviously, they're going to have to work their way up into the team. There's no thing of walking into a team, but exciting to have a little bit of extra depth at your disposal if the need arises.
Yeah, but obviously the agreement is to help develop, and I feel it's a great relation that we've built, and I think a lot of it opens a lot of opportunities for both teams, and I think for the Free State Rugby Union or Cheetah Rugby Union and for the Blitz, it's very important to have a relation, especially for reasons given. But the two players that will be joining us, it's excellent to have them, to see what they bring, their way of play, the way that they understand the game. I think Japanese are really underestimated in world rugby. I think there's a perception still that they are behind. I think they're going through a lot of trouble to be very competitive in 2019, and I think this is another way for them to get the youngsters out in the super franchises to understand how the work ethic is and what super rugby is about. So agreed. It's good to have them. We're going to really invest some time in them because. But as I said, they will come through the ranks. They'll start at the bottom, and if they're good enough, they'll play. But they will definitely train with us, and hopefully we can help them to be better as we do with our players.
Okay. And this weekend's game is your first game against a team that's not in the same conference as you. Do you see it as a real test of what you guys have been doing over the past few months and with the pre-season?
Look, like I say again, that we must focus on what we do. We must get better every week, and that's our main aim for now. And I think there's been improvement every week, and now to measure us against one of the top sides in the competition, obviously I think they're main contenders, or one of the main contenders to win this competition. And they're outside our conference is all things that maybe inspires us a little bit more, but we will not lose focus of keep on getting better. I know that the expectation is also around the results as it is for us, but we're going to go measure us again and lift our standard again, and keep on working hard to become as competitive as possible as soon as possible.
And sorry, Francois, I spoke to you in the week about Henry Spade's injury, that it is a bit of a blow for them, but then they also able to field such a strong backline to play against yourselves. So it's a nice measure of your abilities this weekend.
Yes, I think it's always nice to play against the best, and you don't want to go out and take on second best. So you can always compare yourself. It's an exciting opportunity for a lot of the backs who are still inexperienced, and to go out there and just go express yourself and see how everything is. Will give us confidence later on in the competition, and there's still a lot of rugby to come, so we're very excited.